Making a video. Couldn't really sleep. So many assholes and such. So there's things I forgot to talk about, so I fear I should make a new what the fuck where I actually... Well, anyway, there's a Snake Plisskenus thing. I don't know whether you know, but he's all homeless and such, and, it's rather interesting. Making videos from his abandoned building. Piro would figure the government should give him a little aid so he could fix the place up. That'll solve all the problems in the world. Anyway, stupid. I got that Funk made a video, what killed the atheist community. And it's sort of interesting just to think back, like what are the events that were most critical, in the realization that, oh, atheists suck. Was it Brett Keane who pretty much pointed out, I'm a lying piece of fat shit that just says whatever you want to hear? Or was it the amazing atheist who was basically, I'm a lying piece of fat shit that says exactly what you want to hear? And the fact that fake Sagan fell in love with guns. I mean, atheists just, and the Captain, oh awesome, turned into some little petty, very small penised man, boy, who, really just basically stepped in a woman's face, to hide his penis. Something like that. I mean, it's just so disgusting. So yeah, atheists really did humiliate themselves. And I did what I could do to help, just because, once you find out they're all just nihilist scum who, they don't believe in God for any, rational reason. They don't believe because they don't want it to be true. That seems to be the only thing. They want to be assholes, and they want the right to be an asshole, and, some religious principles are against being an asshole, so, I don't know. But anyway, it is interesting just to think about the old days and what happened. Obviously, we just found out that being atheist doesn't have anything to do with being rational, unfortunately. And most atheists are irrational, silly 14-year-olds who have a real problem with girls. Anyway, so anarchy, we're still stuck there, so I think I'll do this little anarchy video. I mean, these people just keep pushing it, and you're just saying, well, if you're going to keep pushing it, then I'm just going to have to, bury you under a pile of it. An anarchist society is a society without rulers. There is a sub-anarchist state in Spain. Well, sure. Why not post a link to how great it's doing? Where they have rules. These rules work on the basis of consensus. What kind of consensus? I'm just curious. A 55% consensus or a 75% consensus? Because we know what kind of law you're going to get if you wait for a 75% consensus. You're certainly not going to have laws against drunk driving or anything like that. People are conflating capitalism and weak government. Now, I don't know how they're exactly doing that. Conflating capitalism and weak government? How do you even conflate those two things? Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, the key to capitalism, right? Capitalism isn't necessarily a bad idea. I mean, it's just, competition, a fair one, and that would be really good. But it's the legacy thing, and none of you idiots can seem to comprehend this, but most of the wealth in the world is in some way connected to inheritance. Donald Trump is not a self-made man. He was given $100 million in New York real estate in, the 70s. It would be valued in the billions of dollars today if he did absolutely nothing with it. Absolutely nothing. And on top of that, he went bankrupt a few times. Well, bankrupt with other people's money. I mean, these people are just so annoying. I mean, some asshole was defending him and saying his father gave him a $1 million loan. No, his father gave him a $10 million loan. But, beside the point. Or $100 million. There are organizations that work along anarchic principles. Whatever that means. What does that even mean? Nothing. Vacuous mush. These principles have to be agreed upon, therefore rules. Well, why don't you look up the word anarchy? I mean, you used to have an image that was better. I don't know, you have some fat chick image now. I don't know what that means. Well, anyway, they ate a lot of flowers and got a little chubby. Anarchy. A state of disorder due to the absence or non-recognition of authority. Nihilism. Lawlessness. Mobocracy. Revolution, insurrection, disorder, chaos, mayhem, turmoil, torment, tumult, turmoil. Okay. Lawlessness. Rules, laws. Those are also called synonyms. Absence of government and absolute freedom of the individual, regarded as political ideal. Absolute freedom. Do you know what that absolute word means? Well, that means entirely and completely. That means you are free to molest children and such. Yeah, if you want it, take it. That's what that means. Anarchy. Webster. The absence of government, a state of lawlessness or political disorder due to the absence of government authority. A utopian society of individuals who enjoy complete freedom without government. Complete freedom. You cannot have rules and then complete freedom. You see, those are two different things. A state or society without government or law. Law. If I look up law, it'll be synonyms. Rules. Yeah. Political and social disorder due to the absence of government control. Are we, are you just going to be overtly, you're just going to be like overtly stand for bullshit? You'll sit there and you'll complain about lying politicians and all this political correctness or some other kind of bullshit that's in the world, and here you are flying a flag that is just so fucking false, pretending this word doesn't mean what it means. I mean, it's just such a hypocrisy to say you're being controlled and manipulated by manipulators when you're a manipulator playing a word game. I mean, fuck. The principles have to be agreed upon. Under what process does this agreement have? Do all the men agree to rape the women? Yeah, that's Sharia law, isn't it? All the men agree, women suck. There, are they done now? What a wonderful utopian anarchy. La 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 la. Anyway, this guy made another video, 12 minutes. Oh, what the fuck? I'll just play that. I mean, I'll play the whole damn thing, fuck it. Well, most of it. I won't play my clip he plays. That's, no. I already know what I sound like. Anyway, I mean, I don't know. He hasn't made these listed videos, so I'm not going to post links to them. I mean, I think he makes competent enough videos. I mean, they're videos. You ought to make videos, but you ought to make them about a subject that actually makes some sort of rational sense instead of trying to defend the utility of a totally idiotic word to use as a solution to anything you could possibly complain about. If your car's broken, anarchy's not going to fix it. If the cat's sick, anarchy's not going to fix it. There's not a single thing on this planet that anarchy is the solution. Nothing. Ever. Anywhere. At any time. Ever. It's not a good thing. Anarchy is shit. Maggot-infested shit. You don't apply it to any circumstance if you're reasonable. You don't feed it to your friends. That's just damn sure.
Ideas, because the only thing I was really asking for there was like, can you just acknowledge that there are different schools of thought within anarchy? Yeah,
no, I can't. I mean, what is the point? I mean, okay, NAMLA isn't called "We Want to Molest Children." Okay, that's not the acronym. You know, it's some sort of man-boy love association. So they have some sort of whatever, pile of shitism that they fly the liar flag about and pretend there's something else, okay? Now, you want to call yourselves shit for brain, okay? And I'm supposed to say, oh, yeah, it's a great idea. Shit for brain is a great idea. Yeah, it's like a band, you know, shit for brain. Yeah, that band could take off. No problem. Yeah, go ahead, call yourself shit for brain. And have me be part of shit for brain? No, I don't want to be part of shit for brain. Big Johnson. That's the fucking band I want to belong to, okay? Not shit for brain.
Whatever. I mean, you know, so often I see you debating fucking people, and, you know, you come up with these great arguments, and you paint yourself...
And I do some pretty good little jokery here and there. I mean, throw that in. Sometimes you're pretty little good joke in there, too. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of a churkle.
Off into this corner where you're, like, unassailable, and, like... But, I mean...
Yes, I'm unassailable because I'm rational. And you people are so far from it. I mean, this isn't even like the tiniest of challenges to sit there and say you really can't make anarchy into a solution. It's never a solution. Ever. Ever, 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 ever.
There really is a lot to talk about with anarchy. You are just, I mean, you know, I hate to tell you this, Gary, but you're just wrong about this, okay?
You hate to tell me that I am wrong, because why? Because I understand how language is supposed to work, and I think words, we should accept a common definition, and you're going to tell me I'm wrong to know my entire life what anarchy means, and to have some asshole like you to tell me, no, it doesn't mean that, it means love. No, it doesn't.
You're wrong on this based on your experiences with fucking people that just, like, really don't get it. If you honestly think that what
I already told you what I honestly think. I think you're retarded to think that you can take a word like anarchy, okay, that's like taking nigger, okay, and make it into cream cheese or something and eating it with your bagel. It's just bullshit. Let it go, fucker. Why can't we just bury this out in the yard like the shit that it is and not go looking at, don't go playing with it. Just leave it the fuck in the hole. God damn. But no, you gotta play with the stupid dirty word.
Advocating is like some kind of world where just anyone can do whatever they want, period. Like, I mean, you're just not listening. Okay.
No, yes, that's right, I'm reading. I'm being literate. Something not too many people can accuse me of, but yeah, that's right. Once in a while, I'll get literate on you. You know, and I'll actually might even pronounce a word correctly or something. But the point is it's clearly not the word you're trying to turn it into. And even if I was to concede this is a word that has a foggy definition, that it isn't like the word shit that has a clear definition, okay? There's no flower anywhere called the shit rose or something. There just isn't, okay? Shit is a shitty word and it's shit everywhere, always. So, but let's say anarchy isn't dumbass, retarded, flipping cars upside down, setting things on fire kind of bullshit. And let's just pretend anarchy is some kind of sophisticated, you know, whatever. The point is all those crazy people already, all the libertarian cunts and all the capitalist cunts, they really own the word now. So why would anybody with any kind of rational, progressive values go anywhere near that fucking dirty, ugly suck word? You have to be retarded. I think you've got to be retarded.
Okay. And you accuse me of playing games with words, and I absolutely am not. Okay, I'm just...
Says the retard who's playing games with words. You're fucking got it stuck way up your nose, you idiot. You have these silly words tattooed on yourself. God, there's really no... There's just... I shouldn't even bother, right? I mean, he's just saying, I'm going to be retarded, and I don't care. You can't reason with me because I'm just stubbornly retarded.
I'm not. I could say the same thing about you. You're trying to tell me that, like, there's only one definition of anarchy. And
no, I'm saying there's lots of definitions, and they all suck. There's not a single good word that's a synonym with anarchy. There just isn't. They all suck. Maybe revolution, okay? But then you use revolution. You don't use the word anarchy. You don't say, let's get to revolution through anarchy. No, you just say, let's have a revolution and fix things. Not break them. Fix. Not break. Fix.
I mean, there's so much literature on anarchy by so many. I mean, it's okay. What? Fine.
Yeah, whatever. Literature by people playing word games again. So you're going to tell me because some politically correct person says, well, Nigger, that's from the Latin friendly guy. I mean, you're going to play some fucking bullshit game? Go ahead and play your stupid fucking game, okay? But as far as I'm concerned, you've got your head up your ass. And you're reading your colon.
I don't care, you call me names, you make fun of my fucking Mercedes or whatever. You call me, I knew you were going to call me.
Well, I'm just saying, this is a little bit of a goddamn duplicitous kind of pile of shit that you're sitting there videoing the Mercedes icon as you talk about how you're for the little guy.
Fuck cars and cunts, but it's just kind of disappointing because there is a discussion.
And when am I allowed to be disappointed? All right, I mean, you people come to my table with absolute not. Hey, Gary, I have a suggestion. Let's have a yellow flag of anarchy. Where we're for absolute shit, and we stand for nothing but shit. And you're coming to my table suggesting that to me. You know how insulting that is? To think that you're going to get me to march under the yellow flag of chaos? I mean, shit. Shit.
There is a discussion that can be had. I'm willing to have.
I had the discussion years ago with little immature twats, okay? Little inheritance wealthers and shit, little rich kids, little I'm tough nihilist bullshit. All right? I already had this conversation with these losers. All right? They're little twatty children that fall for this shit. When adults fall for it, you're just showing yourself to be retarded. I mean, kids can fuck words up, right? I mean, how many people is going around saying, hey, my nigga, and all that? Who's doing that? Kids are doing that shit, right? You see any old timers walking around playing that game? No.
I'm willing to, but you're not. Why you're not, I don't know. Because you have this idea in your head that you're not going to let go of, that I guess I'm stupid, is what it is. I am stupid.
No, you're retarded. Yeah, no, I guess it's sort of the same thing, but yeah, it is a little different. I mean, there's just no hope for you. Stupid, there's a hope for you. You get educated, but you don't. You're just going to be obstinate. You don't care how many dictionaries I show you and point you to these nasty words right next to the word anarchy, and you'll just pretend they don't exist. So what the fuck am I supposed to say? You want to say the word doesn't mean what it's defined as. I say that's ludicrous nonsense. And you're retarded. I mean, they obviously just don't give a fuck about the truth.
I'm stupid and I don't understand language. You said something about how I didn't learn in preschool. And, I mean, you don't even know me, Gary. Like, you have no idea. You don't know my...
I can read the Mercedes and the yellow flag. That's enough to know, isn't it? Do I need to know something else?
What my education was like. You don't know, like, my intellectual capacity.
I do. I'm just saying, it's quite obvious. You just flunked the test right in before my fucking eyes. Right before my eyes, you did it. Okay, there was a simple vocabulary test. Here's a word: shit, crap, let's see, yummy cookie, and anarchy. Right? A, B, C, D, E. Which one isn't smelly, skanky, crappy, shitty stuff that you don't want to go anywhere near? I mean, two of the words are already in the definition, so you really have no excuse for getting those wrong. So you have tasty cookie and anarchy, and you can't get it right. You can't figure out which one's the bad thing. So yeah, you failed the test. That was the test you failed. Sorry, but yes, you're dumber than a, 7-year-old.
You're going to make all kinds of assumptions about it. I guarantee you're wrong.
They're not assumptions. They're evidence-backed accusations. I have the evidence. You have failed the test. Everything I'm saying is absolutely correct, and everything you're saying is absolute bullshit pulled out of your ass. You lose. I win. Just the way it is.
I'm not going to get all petty and dig out the evidence, but...
Why don't you do that? Dig out some fucking thing called evidence. You already dug out Noam Chomsky going bibbly babbly boobly boobly babbly 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 boo. Oh, that was convincing. Oh, sure, that's exactly what we need. A little bibbly babble.
I'm not a stupid person.
Again, says the retard. Wow. I'm not stupid. I just don't give a damn what wordiating is.
I'm not at all. I have an idea that you don't like. I'm not a stupid person.
You have an idea that is incomprehensibly undefined. The non-rules ruling stuff that aren't really like ruling stuff. Ghost rules.
Ever disrespected you? I've never maligned your philosophy.
I'll just play the beginning of your last video again. I think there was some maligning in there. There was some bitching and moaning anyway. Same difference from my perspective.
In that video, I did say pet project. I apologize for that. You're right. I was talking live.
Some more bullshit idioms. Hey, let's get real and talk about anarchy. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it's life, baby. Yeah, real life.
But, I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care if we're friends. Fuck all that. It's not good.
Right, exactly. That doesn't really have anything to do with it. I really don't think you're just a horrible, awful, stinky person. The point is what you're saying is just absolute nonsense. And frankly, I got no interest in, walking under the absolute nonsense flag. So your question was, Gary, why don't you play along? We're playing absolute nonsense. Why don't you want to play that? And I'm saying, no, I'd rather play Trivial Pursuit. Because as stupid as that is, it makes more sense than absolute nonsense. So if I have to play a game, yeah, I'll play Trivial Pursuit, then I'll, Trivial Masturbation. But I'm not going to play fucking absolute nonsense.
I like the ideas that you put out. I like when you fucking...
Who cares? Who cares? Irrelevant. Yeah. I don't like the ideas you're putting out. See, that's the whole point. I don't like, the whole concept of breaking something to fix it is stupid. It's going too far back to go forward. You have to fix things inside the game, not outside of the game. There is no outside the game, especially now.
Have honest debate with people, because it's thought-provoking, because you think of things from a different point of view. And just because I don't call myself an antinatalist, or...
Again, the separate subject things here. I mean, I pointed out in the last video, this is something you really got to do, is try to stay on one subject at a time, okay? I mean, mixing subjects is just, you mix them in separate chapters, like in a book, chapters, or like file folders with little tabs and stuff. Even browsers have tabs. All the web pages don't fall into one page here. Different tabs, different subjects. Got to keep things a little bit separate. Yeah, maybe you just need somebody to say something 3 times and it like clicks in your head. You say, oh, I get it now. So by the 3rd video, things will be going much better, right?
Because I have a kid, for crying out loud.
So what does that have to do with it? It's a philosophical understanding, right? You can acquire a philosophical understanding when you're 4, or when you're 8, or when you're 18, or when you're 88. It really doesn't have anything to do with what you understood previous. I used to eat meat. I can still call myself a vegetarian and still say I'm for not letting animals be cruelly treated, even though in the past I cruelly treated animals inadvertently. You understand? The fact that I was a meat eater doesn't mean I can't be reclamated into a decent human being.
It doesn't mean that, like, I can't voice my opinion on you. You made the very argument that just because you smoke...
When did I say you can't voice your opinion or do any of that stuff? Again, your whole video premise was that I'm supposed to say the yellow flag of anarchy just gives me such a gooey, proud feeling. No, it doesn't. It gives me a wretched, obnoxious feeling.
Cigarettes. Doesn't mean you can't know that kids shouldn't smoke cigarettes. Right? I mean, duh. So, you kind of didn't give me...
Duh. I mean, you see, that's one of these little jabs you take that says, okay, I'll give you a license. I'll say, go ahead and do that. But then you're going to have to expect me to come back with, but you're retarded, fucker. Or something.
You know, a very fair shot. On the other hand, though, I got to say that you probably could have, you know, tore into me a little bit more, and I guess I appreciate that you didn't.
Yeah, I could have said stuff about how fat you are, or something like that, right? I'm assuming. A little bit of a chubby problem.
Do that, but the thing is that just talking about, like, you know, the subject and how it's connected to how philosophy is connected to the philosophy of government, right? You're trying to tell me that, like, no, they're not connected, and you can't talk.
I don't even know how do you get that, shithead? How do you get that? What I'm saying is anarchy is not connected to fix. The word fix is not what anarchy is connected to. It's connected to the word break. Okay? It's not connected to the word fix. It's connected to the word break. You get it? Of course you don't get it, because I haven't said it 768 times yet.
Talk about the red button and fucking, you know, no, man, they're all connected.
No, they're not.
And I'm telling you...
No, they're not. They're really not. All of this would be moot if we had some real capacity to get on with this whole graceful exit thing and just say, let's have a big anarchy party and die. Then everything would be fine. There's no arguments to be had. We don't have to worry about politics. Who cares who gets elected president? You know, let's go find the silliest person on earth and make him president just for a good laugh. Because it all doesn't matter then, you see? So the subjects are not related at all. Not at all.
There's a lot we could talk about, but you're just, you know, fine. You got a lot on your table. You want to talk about, you know, your physics and stuff, and, you know, I'm pulling for you, man. I mean, even though, like...
Again, you just can't stay on the subject. This really has nothing to do with me having distractions, okay? If I was desperate to find a subject, the subject still wouldn't be anarchy, because it's basically just talking about poo. And I just don't want to do that. There's got to be there. I just don't think I'll ever be desperate enough to talk about the texture and odorific quality of poo samples. Anarchy is poo. Fuck.
I mean, you're not exactly affable, you know. Not exactly the paragon of affability, but hey, man, that's cool. Everybody's gotta fucking do their own thing.
Yeah, whatever. Why don't you just say dude or something? I hate all that, whatever that crap, that patronizing, it's all okay, bro. Fuck. No, it's not okay.
I wish that, you know, we could talk, but I feel like I could come. I was gonna make this video.
Yeah. Why don't you make a video about a 10-point plan to perfect human civilization? Now that's some sort of reasonable subject. But this mush going, let's have a yellow flag and say tattoo anarchy on our arms. Well, that's not a conversation. That's something you mock and ridicule and say, ooh, retarded. I have appropriately responded.
I wrote out all this stuff and, you know, about my solutions and about, you know, democracy and direct democracy and horizontal. But you don't want to hear all that. You just want to hear that I'm a stupid barbarian.
No, you can bring up, yeah, well, you're pretty much a barbarian if you think direct democracy is going to work. Because all that means is let's write legislation that's way too simplistic and solves all the problems. So we'll just do a bunch of California propositions that don't make any sense at all. Let's steal all the money from the future. So let's just find a way to say let's indebt all the people in the future. So that's basically don't use the word borrow the money or steal the money, but we'll come up with some other way to magically steal all the value of the future labor and live on it today. See? So that's what direct democracy gets you, is silly legislation that's never financed. Let's all, you know, seed the sky with, you know, rainbow glitter. So there's more rainbows. Oh yeah, I'll vote for that. Doesn't cost anything, right? Well, who cares? It's not in the legislation. We don't have to pay for it. We just have to write a paragraph saying how cool it would be. Pay for it, Smayport. Yeah, we ain't gonna pay for it. Fuck that. You see what I mean? So yeah, direct democracy is garbage.
And I'm just fucking dumb, and I pray to my Pope, Noam Chomsky or something you said, and it's just, you know, it's not going to be productive for, you know, for either of us, because you're not interested in like exploring what it is I have to say.
Liar. I'm very interested in what you're going to propose, okay? But you're saying that I'm supposed to like what you're saying, that I'm supposed to think it's reasonable or a rational solution, that I think it's going to work. Let's give all the money to Donald Trump and let Donald Trump give it back to us in little packets with Trump Towers written on it. Maybe that's your suggestion, and I'm going to say, God, that's the fucking stupidest thing I ever heard in my fucking life. Jesus Christ.
Take it apart. You're just interested in, you know, telling me I'm like a fucktarded cunt or something like that. And I mean, you know, I could go ride the subway if I wanted, you know, that kind of stuff. So, I mean.
Oh, so you've heard it before. You know, maybe you ought to get the message.
You know, I watch your videos. I fucking appreciate the work that you do. I mean, I really do. And I don't care that you don't want to hear it or that you don't care. You know, I can say words
well, again, those are lies, okay? I'm just saying, I want to hear some sort of rational suggestion. But if your suggestions are, in my opinion, completely regressive, okay, and they totally don't solve the problem, they just perpetuate it. I mean, if you're going to suggest, let's keep buying Band-Aids. Let's cure nothing and spend trillions of dollars buying Band-Aids. Well, then that's just not an answer. If your solution to war is, let's have bigger wars. Yeah, well, it's not a solution.
Want to. And that's what I want to say. So, I wish you, you know, good luck, man, with all the stuff. I hope you get the Nobel Prize. And you get a fucking...
separate subject again, but whatever.
Lifetime supply of cigarettes and fucking whatever that it is your fucking heart desires. But I'm gonna still go out and I'm gonna still fucking make the argument.
The argument for what? Let's break things.
You know, every day, every chance I can. That we need to fucking reduce this population we need to come up with a way to either make this game worth it, or at least...
Again, so that's just fine. But again, you're saying that the way to do that is somehow not having rules. That's the way you somehow make this work. And it's just not the way that's going to work. It's not going to take less rules to make a better world. It's going to take more rules, unfortunately. And that's just a fact. And you're a deluded lunatic if you think there's any other way it can happen. People have to be incentivized and punished. And rules do that. Just a fact. People have to be trained like the dumb animals that they are.
It's worth it to some acceptable level, or, you know, figure out how to end it, I guess. But I don't know how you're going to get there if you're automatically just going to shoot down people that, like, pretty much agree with you.
Well, when you shoot them down...
like, they have some things that they believe in that you're not even willing to...
Yeah, well, again, you keep saying that lie. I'm not willing to do something. You didn't. You've made now 20-some minutes of video, and you've given one suggestion. Okay, direct democracy, which, like I said, I just can't see the value in it. You know, unless you have some system that first where the legislation is vetted, because it just ends up being vacuous legislation. You don't. I mean, I guess you just don't understand that. But that's what people will do. The referendums will get shorter and shorter. You know, everybody gets free cake. That'll be one of the referendums, and no one will care about how you do it. You don't understand that?
To fucking look at, and so you're just gonna say fuck them. The only people that can be in my, you know, your rebellion, I guess you want to say, are, you know, cool kids that you think are really cool and have like really...
Again, this is just such bullshit. I'm not looking for anything, okay? I make arguments on the internet. That's what I do. Now, you said you saw some of these Vlogger-Dome videos, okay? There's arguments in those videos explaining solutions, okay? Inheritance is a big liability economically. The democracy is flawed because it's a geographically based democracy. Our geography is represented, not our ideology. And it's represented in this negative way where we all don't have positive votes, where we have the ability to steal other people's representation. I can shut the other party up, so to speak. I can shut all the people who don't agree with me in my state. I can shut them out of the conversation. I can steal their representation. And they can steal mine. That's a retarded system, and it's easily fixed. But it isn't going to get fixed if idiots like you are spinning around in circles going, anarchy, anarchy, anarchy. Fuck.
Cool decoder rings, and, you know, I don't have any of that stuff, so...
yeah, a guy with an iPhone and a Mercedes, and he doesn't have a decoder ring. Well, gee, that's some standard you have. I probably actually do have a decoder ring somewhere. You know. Probably do. Cracker Jack and such. Oh, I think my computer's crashing. Might just be my moose. My mouse. My meese. Meese might be failing. Come on, Meese, are you working? No, our computer's crashing. Dude, oh, something happened. Oop, there, something happened. Yeah, it's coming back.
Laugh a little bit because,
oops.
You know, I mean, some of the, you know, I'm really surprised you resorted to say, accusing me of semantics, calling me like a retarded moron or something, because I recognize the difference in words, the nuances, and the...
I'm just sorry. I mean, this is just totally out of bounds. It is not at all an ambiguous word. I mean, yes, maybe the 20-year difference in our age or something, maybe in the last... You have some sort of profoundly different context of how you've heard this word and how you've seen it used. But I still can't even imagine how you can turn the word anarchy in any way into this idiotic notion that it only means no rulers, which doesn't even make any sense. not know rules. Rules without rulers don't mean anything. You have to have something impose the rules, or the rules don't exist. It's a nonsensical notion as you've redefined it even. Your redefinition of the word doesn't even make any fucking sense. I mean, even if the rulers are the democracy, they have to be something. A rule doesn't mean anything without a ruler. You can't understand that? Okay, yes, you can't understand that, and then I'm the bad guy because I'm explaining how, god damn, you're dumb.
And it's just like, I feel like you know better. You're just doing this just to make it go away, you know? Just, if I say all this...
And that's not insulting. I mean, fuck you. Now you are fat, okay? Fuck you, fatty. Jeez, I mean, you're disgusting. Like, I'm the dishonest one? I'm not the one flying the yellow flag of anarchy from my Mercedes, you fucking cunt! Now you're really pissing me off. Yes, now you can go fuck off, fucker. Take your bicycle and fuck off. You call me dishonest? Fuck you! You dishonest weasel. Flying under your false flag of, I give a shit. That's why I want to break everything. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck this video. Fuck you. Just fuck the fuck off. Call me a liar, fucker? Fuck you. Alright, I'll jump ahead a little. I'm just sick of this shit. He doesn't say anything. Now he's just getting insulting, so fuck him. I hope your fucking goddamn Mercedes gets herpes.
My opinions don't count because I have a Mercedes,
Again, that's not the subject, jackass. I didn't say your opinions don't count. I'm just saying, gee, yeah, I'm all for fairness and shit. And I'm against the corpocracy. From your Mercedes. You don't see how there's a goddamn duplicity in that? Yeah, I'm all for just, regular people struggling to be regular people in the commune of humankind. And you're driving the representation of elitism, exceptionalism, separatism. Yeah, that's not very bright.
And if you really are for ending suffering, if that's your true goal.
Oh yeah, if that's my so again, okay, imply that it's something else, that it's possible it could be something else, and you know what suffering is, and you know how to fix it. You don't got clue one, motherfucker. So fuck off. I don't want to see you on my videos anymore, and if you can be persistent about it, I'll just delete your goddamn comments, and then I'll block you, okay, fuckhead? But fuck off. Shove your anarchy up your ass, and shove your insults in your ass, and get it fatter. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you! Douchebag. Just amazing asshole. So anyway, I was thinking I wouldn't make another Puro video just because he says some really stupid things, in this gravitational lensing shit on this video with these assholes, Carla and Puro. Oh man, we have to trust the scientists. That's Carla's opinion. Oh, it's a whole degrade of our whole civilization, and then the funny thing was Vic shows up here to show up to say, yes, this is just horrible. They're doubting our nice white scientists. Hilarious. Ugh. Yuck. I mean, yuck. Yeah, I'd really like to know what fucking Vic Mackey, what kind of fucking cunt business he's in. And who he inherited it from. He's just such a piece of work. But anyway. Yeah, so I'll make a video on that, I think. So anyway. Yeah, sorry, I wasted my time with this asshole. I was feeling a little bad because I was a little harsh, but yeah, we got his true flag colors, which are yellow liar. I'm going to sit there and, piss his impugn my character urine in my direction. Yeah, well, fuck you, asshole. I don't know what the game is you're playing, but like I said, we know it's a word game. We know there's this obvious duplicity in this whole Mercedes for the working guy. And what else do we know? Yeah, so what the hell is going on in your head? What are you really about? Yeah. Anyway, enough.